All right, everyone, we'll jump in with Bud Black here. We'll start off with Owen.
Hi, Bud. I wanted to ask you about both Sensatela and Chacin. Can you start off with Sensatela's night and how you assessed his outing?
I thought he threw the ball great. I thought early in the game, outstanding. Look from our vantage point. Now I'm a long way away from home plate, but fastball looked as though it had good command. He was throwing strikes. He was attacking early in the zone. A good slider, mixed in a couple curveballs to disrupt their timing. Got the big double play ball when they loaded the bases after Hendricks got the hit. That was huge. But he kept making pitches all night. Couple hard contacts, but overall, I thought he threw the ball very well.
And then Chacin had a good inning, and then couldn't find the strike zone.
Yeah, that was that's an aberration for me.
Yeah.
Jhouyls has been one of our most reliable relievers, as you know. And he's been throwing a ton of strikes. Had the good seventh, relatively easy. And then for whatever reason, it looked as though the fastball, had a lot of movement. He couldn't command the fastball, and those breaking balls he threw, which were very few in the eighth, he just couldn't land.
Yeah.
So, and that was a tough one for JC. Nobody feels worse than him. He's been a valuable part of our pen when we win games, and tonight it didn't happen. Carlos came in, gave up the first, base hit, then got a big double play ball, and then, hung a pitch didn't hang a pitch, missed his location to Hermosillo, and, for the double that tied the game. So, really rough inning for two of our, main relievers when we have a lead.
And then my last question, even though it wasn't the result you wanted, was it encouraging to see the offense come out strong from the start? Jump on them right away.
No, I thought we had, the first inning, Connor led off with a double, well struck. Rogers got jammed, didn't get him over, but Chuck picked him up with a base hit. Crone had a big night, got the dumped one in there for a base hit. The big hit obviously was Hilliard there with that, single the other way to get us to 3-0. We got we manufactured a run with Ruiz coming off the bench, getting Hampy to third, then Connor Joe with a sac fly. But we were a little quiet against Hendricks after the first, which, I think it was frustrating for the guys because I thought going in, we showed, a pretty good attack plan the first at-bats, and then the second at-bats, we sort of got away from it. So that's a little frustrating, but it was encouraging to come out for sure and jump on the league leader in wins with 3 in the first.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep.
Patrick?
Buddy, what you already talked about Jhouyls and Carlos Tevez. What did you see from Daniel in the ninth, particularly on the home run pitch? From where I looked, it looked elevated.
Yeah, elevated slider, elevated breaking ball. Got back in the count with the inside fastball on the 3-1 count, and then hung a slider, and Ortega got it. It was an elevated slider.
Okay. I think Owen asked you everything else. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, any final questions for Buddy tonight? Noah?
Hey, Buddy. One of the positive things out of the night was Mac's defensive play there to end the 5th inning. What did you see on that play where he went out into left field?
Yeah, that was huge. Obviously Sensatela there in the 5th, the 4-pitch walk to the 8th place hitter, I thought was, not a great walk. I ran him through a little strategy there to, really bear down on him. And it allowed Hendricks to go another inning because he came up in the 5th. It allowed him to go the 6th and the 7th. And then he punched the base hit to make it even compounded the walk to the 8th place hitter. then Mac, Mac's been playing great defense all year long. Whether it's, ground balls to his left, ground balls to his right, charging ground balls, you name it, Mac's been stellar. And that play, a long ranging running play to catch a pop up in the thing on that play in this park, which, the outfield's pretty tight. I mean, you probably hear footsteps from Connor Joe, right, coming in, and, a player might be a little hesitant. It's like going over the middle for a pass in football. But Mac kept going. That was a hell of a play. It just goes to show you what type of year he's having defensively. And even the hard smash against that Chirinos hit the catcher that he made with a little drop step and, fielded that pretty easily. That was a nice play too. I don't know if that showed on, from your vantage point, but that was a hell of a play too. So 2 big plays against